Hello and welcome back to Spartan Music Monday.
Been listening since day one.
Day one, number one fan.
Number one fan.
I'm Mikayla.
Today.
Thank God I'm not a Jonas brother.
Yeah.
This is Lexi.
You off my rocker.
Off my rocker.
We're back.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to Spartan Music Monday. I'm Mikayla. This is Lexi. We're back after a very short little vacation.
Hiatus.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Hiatus.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call it? Sure.
Yeah. We're not One Direction though, so we'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's good to be back. Today we're reviewing Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey, which is her newest album.
What a long title.
I know, I had to make sure that I was saying it right.
Yeah.
Because there's so many words.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So what were your first thoughts?
My first thoughts was just wow.
Wow.
I was in awe. I think now reflecting on it, this might be one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all time or just Lana?
Just of Lana, of course. And I think
Yeah.
right now it's one of my favorite albums I've listened to in a long time.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Well, I love it now, but my first listen, I stayed up that night to listen to it when it dropped at 12. And I was just not really feeling it. I don't know. It was I feel you have to kind of get a sense more of the lyrical side and what she's saying in her songs to really understand them. Because at first I was just they all kind of sound the same. But I do love it now. It just took me a little while to get used to it because I was just huh?
Yeah, I do see that because a lot of the songs I feel blend into each other.
They do.
Yeah.
And a lot of the, what's the word? The music, I don't know what you would even, I don't know, just the stuff in the background, it all just kind of has the same sort of vibe, which isn't a bad thing, but
Yeah. And I feel a lot of the songs were they felt like a run-on sentence, but in the best way, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I described it in my notes, at least. That's how I feel
it's
songs.
in the best way possible. It's word vomit.
Yeah.
She's just saying whatever.
I'm gonna get as much words out as I can in the song.
Which is so Lana though, because she says whatever in her songs, which is a reoccurring thing. She just says the randomest stuff in her songs, and it's so funny.
I know. And I found too, in this album, she was just talking a lot about her family.
Yeah.
It was very and spirituality and religion and stuff. There was a lot of that involved, which was, I feel
it was interesting because I feel a lot of her other music isn't really family based.
Exactly.
It's more relationship and love based or that kind of stuff, or just about her. So it was interesting for a different perspective, I guess.
I thought it was lovely to see. I feel no one's writing about family anymore.
I know, because it's all just I don't know, people want to hear more about the drama.
The love, the
Yeah.
romance.
I don't know, it was refreshing though.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of sweet. Because I think one of the songs on here, she wrote when she was visiting her uncle on hospice. And it was kind of her realizing that sometimes bad things need to happen for I don't know, just good to come out of it. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was just sweet because I was oh.
The messages were powerful, I feel in these songs though, for sure. There was definitely times where I was wow, she just said that.
She just said that and she ate it up.
Yeah, every time. Every Lana song's got me like that though. It's wow, she's good. Okay. Anyway.
So the first track is The Grants, which is her family.
Yep.
She's Elizabeth Grant.
Yep.
But I don't know, I liked it. It's not really something that I think I would be yes, my favorite on the album.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, it was nice, and it hinted at her religious side, which is kind of something that you wouldn't expect her to be
talk about and stuff.
Involved in, I guess. But I don't know. It kind of reminded me of one of her unreleased songs, Yes to Heaven, because it was when you think about heaven, do you think about me, or something like that.
That's a great song.
And I was wow.
Yeah. But this song's great. I feel I wouldn't listen to it unless I was listening to the album just by itself. Because, I don't know.
I feel it's kind of a filler song almost.
Yeah, definitely
Though it was good.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful. And I was doing research, and then I found out that the singers that are singing are, like, one-time backing singers for Whitney Houston.
Oh.
So I was like, that's why. It's gorgeous.
Yes, gorgeous.
Yeah, good for them. Love that.
But I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
It's a beautiful
and it was
opening.
like, I feel like she's kind of reconnecting to her family a bit, because it's like, I was reading about it earlier, and it was like, one of her other songs, she's talking about how, like, she originally, like, thought she started, like, singing and stuff because she wanted to get away from, like, her small town and, like, everything, and now she's like, actually, never mind, like, I kind of, like, she's kind of reconnecting with her
Roots.
not even, like, yeah, her roots, like, just her appreciation for, like, her family and stuff, which is sweet.
I think
I
it's
thought it was
wonderful.
cute.
That message isn't out there a lot anymore. At all,
Yeah.
actually. Like, especially in pulp culture. Pulp culture.
Pulp.
Okay. Pop culture.
Like, orange juice.
Yeah.
Pulp.
Pulp.
Yes, pulp culture. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That pulp culture will get you good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Next song.
Next song.
Is the title track.
Yeah.
Did you know
that there's a tunnel
under
Ocean Boulevard? We were, like, so insane.
Yeah, I know.
That was crazy. It's like a tongue twister, even trying to say that.
I'm like, am I saying it right? Like, I know what it's called.
I mean, there's track, I think, 11, which is also a tongue twister, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get there. Oh my
But
God.
the title track, I feel like it's very relatable, because it's like she's talking about how she doesn't want to be forgotten, and like she just like wants people to remember her, and she's like wondering, like, did you forget about me, like that tunnel
Yeah.
Ocean Boulevard? It was just like, wow,
It's just like, how do you think of that?
she's just so like lyrical and poetic,
I know.
which is like, that's how she's like always been that person.
Like,
but,
there's
like,
this one song too on here, which we'll get to, that is like a metaphor that I think is crazy. Well, just the title is, but I thought that was crazy. But
I
we'll
feel
get
like
to
I know
that.
what you're talking
We'll
about,
get
but
to
yeah,
that.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's most of like what can be said for the title track, but I feel like it's also a very good title track. Like, it's not one of those title tracks that you're just like, meh.
Yeah, it didn't really give the feel where I feel
Yeah.
like this title track might have encompassed what the
Yeah.
whole album was.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, just kind of like puts every song into one,
Yeah.
and it just like, I don't know.
She said, "This is my album, and
Yeah,
this is
like,
what I'm giving you."
If someone had to listen to this album and you just made them listen to that song, I feel like they could get a pretty good feeling
Oh, yeah.
about like everything it's about.
And accompanies the ambiance. It's
Yes.
perfect.
It's wonderful. The ambiance.
The ambiance of this album is in that song.
That's true. Track 3.
Sweet.
So this one's like, I don't know, I feel like this was one of those songs that I had to think about, because I was like, it's one of the ones I actually didn't listen to a lot. Like, there was some other ones that I definitely repeated,
Oh yeah.
but I went back and it was just like, I don't know, I felt like it was very Lana, because it was like about her identity and her sense of self, and like, I didn't see this anywhere, but I kind of interpret it as like she's trying to prove herself to like a man,
Yes.
because she's like talking about how like, I wrote you a note but I didn't send it because like that's what this other girl told me to do. And it's just like, it just reminds me of a lot of things in like our current like world, where it's like you always have to do something to impress men, and it's just like silly.
Exactly. And I feel like it's great to, well, it's not a great problem, but it's great to sing about the problems or talk about them, to know that, so that you know, like, you're not alone if you're dealing with that.
Exactly. I feel like she just puts it in a way that like I couldn't have.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, how does she think about it like that?
I don't know. She
And-
sometimes, like, makes bad problems so beautiful for some reason.
Right.
I don't know
Which
how
is
she does
probably like, which also kind of blurs the line, because a lot of people think that she's like romanticizing like abuse
Yeah,
in
I
some of
know.
her songs and stuff like that. But I feel like it's not even romanticizing, it's just like showing how it feels to,
She's just talking about it.
she's just being her.
Yeah. She's like,
You know?
this is what happened. This is what I've been
Yeah.
through. Here you go. Here it
Mhm.
is in a song that you will listen
Exactly.
to and enjoy.
She's just like so, yes.
Yeah.
She's definitely
She's
good
so
at her
sweet.
job. Yeah. She's so sweet.
Yeah, love her.
Oh. And then there's track 4, A&W.
Oh,
this
one blew
deep.
my mind.
I remember first listening to it, and even just the like song alone, without paying too much like attention to detail with the lyrics, so good, so mind blowing. I wasn't expecting like the beat drop and everything.
No.
But the lyrics are on a whole nother level, and it's honestly like really sad when you actually like break down into it, like.
That's always what happens. I feel like the songs will be so like just a different like ambiance.
A different ambiance.
What the words are talking about, but no. When I listened to this the first time, I flipped my lid. I was like, "There's no way."
Well, because this came out before the album too.
It was a single.
And so I remember being excited to listen to it because I was like, it's like a sneak peek into the album. I was not expecting that.
No.
But it was like so wonderful.
It was delightful.
And I was like, I didn't really think like you could really put a song like that together where it's like so like lyrical and like soft in the beginning, and then it's just like the beat drops. But she pulled it off.
Yeah.
And it was like the meaning's so sad too.
Oh my god. I know. It's like actually unfortunate that this occurred, but whatever.
Poor Lana. I love her.
Love her.
But I feel like, I don't know, my interpretation of this song is like, she just kind of like, I don't even know. It's hard to describe it, but like, I feel like she just kind of assumed the role that people gave her, and like how people thought she was just like, okay, if you want to think that, think that. And with like the things that she's been through, like people assume things about you that they don't even know, and she's just so strong. She's just such a lovely girl.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl.
She is.
No, but yeah, I think there's something like powerful about like taking some name or something that someone calls you and then like just becoming it. I don't know. Like for example, I'm gonna mention Taylor Swift. Like when people are calling her a snake, she turned that into her reputation brand. Like there's
which is
something
like so
about
iconic now. Like you could have like a different favorite album from Taylor, but you can't disagree that Reputation is her most iconic like era, and it's just because like you take something negative and you turn it into something like that doesn't bother you and something that's part of your identity, and then everybody's like, it's like they have no power over you anymore. Yeah. And it's great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so powerful.
Like the same thing with the title of this song.
Yeah.
Like it means something I'm not gonna say.
Yeah. Not gonna say it out loud.
I feel like she's just kind of like, okay, if you want to think that about me, then I'm not gonna stop you, but
oh well, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah. Like you want to call me that? Whatever.
All right. Your choice, not mine.
It's just like, you know.
Yeah. Good for her. Love her. She's great.
Yep.
Anyway.
And then track 5, the Judah Smith interlude.
And this is her pastor talking over like a sad piano melody.
And I was like confused when I first listened to the album because I was like, why is there just like this man yelling? I was like, wow, it's like really poetic. And then I like looked into it, and like, I don't know, apparently a lot of people were upset by it because apparently the pastor's like really homophobic and stuff. Really? Yeah, and so I don't know, it was controversial when it first came out, and supposedly from what I've read, I'm not 100% sure, but like supposedly it was more so like her kind of just like, I don't know, she was trying to think of the word for it. Like, it's supposed to be ironic because it's, like, in contrast to the song before it. Like, the meaning, considering, like, the pastor felt so strongly about, like, certain things. It's kind of, like, in contrast to her song because, like, A&W, because it's, like, you know, a direct contrast.
If you listen to the song, you know exactly what we're talking about.
But I feel like it also, like, follows a very religious theme that she has had in, like, her songs for a while. And it's not even, like, her being very, like, spiritual. It's more so, like, I don't know, it's just a part of, like, who she is. Yeah. Like, I don't know, she just always has, like, that sense of, like, theme in her songs, like, Tulsa Jesus Freak, that kind of stuff. And it's just, like, her. And I feel like it's not meant to be super serious.
No.
But I was confused. I was like,
because you can hear her giggling in the back.
Yeah, she's just like,
She's like, no, but I had no idea about that controversy. Oh my god.
I didn't either until I was like, actually, I'm really like intrigued about the meaning to the song because I never really looked into it. I was just like, I thought it was this guy yelling. I just skipped it, honestly, when I first listened. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a pastor, and I didn't know it was like...
Yeah, I didn't know that until today either. Yeah. I was like, what?
I was like, huh.
Because I never, like, I obviously have heard it, but I've never really listened to what he was saying.
Yeah, no, me neither. Today. I also couldn't, like, pay attention to the lyrics because I don't know. Yeah. I just didn't.
Well, because when someone's just screaming, I'm just like, I don't know.
It was interesting. I feel like it's definitely an artistic choice. I don't know how, like, I directly feel about it. It's not... I feel like it's just kind of there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it really fits in with the album. No. But it's kind of, like, her own little touch. So, like... Yeah. I don't know.
She can do no wrong with that, though.
That's true, yeah.
So I mean, it's really an interlude. It's not like... It's not like it's a main track of the album. Yeah. It's a little interlude in there.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Candy Necklace.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That song.
It's just so, like, beautiful, but, like, in kind of a, like, mysterious way. And, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but, like, the piano in the background, just the way it's, like, I don't know, just, like, the tune. Yeah. It's so, like, mysterious and, like, I don't know.
I loved it. This song screams Lana Del Rey. It does, though. I love it.
It does. Because it's, like, this one was more about love than the others. Yeah. It kind of strays away from the family idea for a bit. But it was just, like, so, like, classic Lana with the symbolism and everything. And like, and is basically, like, I don't even remember, like, the candy necklace being, like, she loves this guy, but she doesn't think it's, like, worth it to her in the end. And then, like, the contrast with, like, the white noise at the end when it's, like, she can't take it anymore. Yeah. And I'm just like, this is classic, ultra violence.
No, yeah.
This is just so her.
Which we've talked about before.
We have. If you haven't seen it,
go watch that.
Yeah.
That one's a long one.
Oh, yeah. So much to say when it comes to Lana. I have no regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever. No, but yeah. I loved it. Classic Lana.
Yeah.
I
just, like, how he's, like, so reckless, and, like, he doesn't care, but she's kind of like, hey, like...
Yeah. Hey, like, maybe you should. Like,
yeah, maybe
I care more than
careful.
You do. Like,
and it's, like, sad because you see a lot of that with, like, I don't know, relationships now, where it's, like, the girls always are like, no, like, don't do that, like, I care about you, and the guys are just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, silly, but... It's so, like, ultra violence of her to write this song. I was like, classic Lana.
Classic.
Yep.
Oh my
god. And then we've got another interlude, which is John Batiste, who was also on Candy Necklace, I think.
Yes, he was the piano, yep.
So, yeah.
That's him playing the piano, I think, and then him just screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently, like, he's talking about love, but, like, almost in, like, a religious way, which is, like, I feel like I've seen that before. Like, have you ever seen Normal People?
Yes.
So, like, you know how he's, like, I'm not religious, but I feel like God made you for me. Mm-hmm. It's almost like that kind of love where it's, like, consuming, and so they, like, compare it to religion. I don't know. He's, like, almost preaching about love, and I was like, wow.
He's like, I feel it in my soul.
I know. I was like... Yes.
I was like, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
God. No, yeah. Like, it was kind of moving, though, his little interlude.
Like, powerful.
I personally liked it better than the other interlude.
Oh, I did. I mean, I don't really like people yelling either.
No, but
like, the other one just seemed very aggressive.
I was just like, whoa.
I was just like, wow.
This one had, like, a lot of feeling in it, and I was like, okay.
It was very emotional.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, this is powerful.
Yeah. I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I was like, me too. I feel this in my soul. This whole album. Lana Del Rey.
Yeah. Lana Del Rey.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What's next here?
Kintsugi. Which is what I think you were mentioning earlier.
That's what I was talking about.
When I found out the meaning of the song, I was like, oh
so
my
Kintsugi is a Japanese art of putting broken pottery pieces back together with gold.
Yeah, and it's intentional. So,
and
like...
it's a metaphor.
Yes, it's a metaphor because it's like it's supposed to symbolize how like putting broken things back together can be even more beautiful than it was before, which I think is so lyrical.
Talks about embracing the flaws.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I just love that. And like, ugh, it's so pretty.
Yep. And then it like the song talks about like like death of her family members and
this is the one that was like where she's coming around to like realizing that she needs her family and like that kind of stuff, and like she didn't sink to escape, like now she's coming back to her roots.
Yes.
Which I think is like full circle because Kintsugi is like, she has been broken, but like she's healing herself, and that's what makes her even more beautiful.
Oh,
and it's just like
that's
wonderful.
So powerful.
I'm just like, I hate to say it, but I'm such a girl for symbolism, and it's just like so pretty.
It makes me so happy, like when someone just takes something that makes no sense and is like, it actually means this, and I'm like, whoa, mind blown.
Like, especially for something I wouldn't have ever known what it meant, and then I looked into it and I was like,
yeah, that's what happened
gorgeous.
To me when I looked into this. I was like, are you serious?
I was like, wow, like how do you even think of that?
I don't know.
She's just a lyrical genius.
Because I had no idea what that was. Like, I've obviously seen it done before. Like, I've seen pictures of, like, pottery put back together, but I had no idea what it was called.
I actually did that last year in my ceramics class because I broke a plate and I glued it back together. But I never knew that's what you called it.
No.
I was just like, wow, it's...
You were being...
shattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't very lyrical about it.
Together.
I didn't see the symbolism, but maybe I'll go home and find that plate and be like, wow, Kintsugi.
Wow. You repainted and everything. You're like, this is now Lana Del Rey merch.
It is, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, you just, wow.
Maybe she was inspired.
Yeah.
By me.
She saw you break that plate, and she was like, oh, there we go.
Ooh.
A song for me. She knew.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
She's just a genius.
She is. I don't know. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, I didn't even know what that was. Or, like, just anything. Like, I would have never thought of metaphors.
Well, it's just, like, too, is, like, since it's, like, Japanese art, which, like, first of all, I've never heard of that. Mm-hmm. And so it was, like, interesting, too, because I was, like, I wonder, like, where she learned about that. Because it was interesting for me to learn about it and be like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I never knew that's what it was called, and, like, that's what the symbolism was. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she just knows all.
She does.
I don't know.
She knows everything.
She comes up with stuff where I'm just like, oh my god.
Like, I'm like, I've never thought about this ever in my lifetime, and I never would have unless she made it.
Unless she brought it up. But she brought this up, and I'm glad she did, because that was mind-blowing to figure that out.
It was.
Oh my god.
It's like grounding.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then we have Fingertips.
Fingertips.
Which, what did you think about this one?
I thought this song was, like, beautiful, actually. Like, it was emotional.
It was, like, so, like, lovely. But it was more about, like, friends and family again, which kind of ties into the whole album.
Because she's, like, asking all of these people if they're going to be with her. And then she talks about herself, like, if she would be a good mother or not, or if she's even going to have, like, a child or something. And I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God. That would be so special.
I was emotional. I was like, oh my God.
Be a little Baba Del Rey.
A Baba Del Rey. That would be crazy. Oh
that would be so cute.
No,
I think I would, like, die from, like, a heart attack if she ever had a kid, because I would just be so overwhelmed.
We would have to come back on here.
That kid would grow up so loved.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Baba Del Rey.
It's a Baba Del Rey.
Doesn't even have a first name, it's just Baba Del Rey.
Baba. Oh my God. No, but that song's beautiful. Yeah. It's touching, it's like upsetting. It's like all at the same time, it's everything.
It was like overwhelming almost, because it was just so like well like produced, and I'm just like, wow.
Wow.
But like this just kind of proves that like Jack Antonoff kind of slays.
He's like an almighty being, I think.
Yes. He just, like, knows.
Everything.
Like
he
Lana knows everything in the lyrical sense, and Jack knows everything in, like, the production sense.
Because
like,
the amount of people he works with, too, is, like, ridiculous.
He just does things that nobody has thought of before, which I feel like is so hard, because by now there is so much music out there, and even if you don't think you're copying someone, you probably could be, and you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And then he'll like go out there and create songs you never would have heard before, and it's just mind-blowing.
Because he works with
so good at his
Lana,
job.
obviously,
Yeah.
then he works with Taylor, and then he works with Lorde.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like,
wow,
it's ridiculous. And then he worked on like the 1975 album a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember we talked about that. But like,
I feel like
it's ridiculous how diverse he is, and then like he just is coming up with hit after hit of like.
I feel like it's interesting too because some producers, I feel like you can listen to like their like clients, I guess, music, and like it's almost like similar, and you're like, they have a theme. But I feel like it's so unique that like each one of these artists, like, they have a lot of the same fan base, but it's like
their
so music
different.
is so just unique and different to like them. Like Lorde's music is very like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's just so ambient.
It's like
it's
and
very,
it's
like,
very different too.
It's
I feel like
way different sound than like Lana and Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Even Lana and Taylor are so different.
Yeah, they're
and so, like,
wicked different. It's like actually crazy.
But it just goes to show like
in the
he's,
1975
like, so
that he worked a little bit with is way different than any of those three people.
He's just like, so good at his job. It's like mind blowing.
I don't even know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he keeps coming up with ideas. Cause like I know after a while I run out of things.
I know. I hope he never stops.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like especially working with that many people and like so many different things, I'd be like,
I'd run out.
I don't know what to do anymore at some point, but he just like keeps going, and he never
like at some
runs
point
out of
is there gonna be a drought?
Jack Antonoff drought.
Oh,
let's hope not.
He's
that
working.
would be really devastating.
He is working.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah. Never stop, Jack Antonoff, if you're listening to this. Please.
And then
Paris, Texas.
Oh my god, this song.
This is my favorite song of the album.
It's so good. It's magical. SYML, which I don't even know what that stands for.
Nope, me neither.
But I feel like it's something pretty.
I
don't know. I probably should have looked that up.
Yeah, I have no idea either. But
Paris, Texas.
It's
like
magical.
So like exactly, it's magical, and I feel like I'm almost in like an animated like.
It gives me like Coraline.
I was gonna say that too.
Oh my god.
I've seen so many people say that, and it just makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because it's so like it seems almost like mystical, and it's like. It's just like.
I don't know. There's just something
it's
about
hard to
it.
Describe it.
When I first heard it, I just like fell in love with this song. There was something like, and there's something like, I mean, like, I guess maybe not the lyrics, but it's like so. It's like innocent in a way.
It is. It's like I feel like it's the simple like piano.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's not really deep.
It's not
just
deep.
Like, she's just like I went to Paris.
Yeah.
With a suitcase in my hand.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like okay.
Like, that's wonderful for you.
Paris, Texas, in the back, and it's, like, really good. Yeah.
It's just, like, so, like, magical, and it, like, feels like, I don't know. It reminds you of, like jumping in puddles.
Yes.
Because, like, I don't know. It's just, like, very whimsical and, like...
Yeah.
Mysterious.
No, yeah. Like, she nailed it with
But it was so pretty. And they need to put that in, like, the next, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
animated movie.
I don't know what she like put in that song, but something about it, like I don't usually even like I didn't know I needed that song until it came out. But
it's just like so different too. It's unique.
Like if they ever make that Coraline 2, that's been a rumor for like 10 million years, like put that song in it.
They better.
Yeah.
It would just be so great.
Yeah, please.
And then here's
the long one.
Grandfather, please stand on the shoulders of my father while he's deep sea fishing.
She really didn't hold back with these titles. She's like, I'm going to make the title a whole sentence.
Is like, I kind of like forget every once in a while what the full title is. And you have to like either wait for like the title on like Spotify to like completely go. Yeah. And that takes so long. And so I tried to look it up, but every time I clicked on something, it would just like, after like please stand, it would just do a ... and I couldn't like read the rest of it, and it was stressing me out.
No, yeah.
But like that's such a Lana thing to do. She doesn't care whatsoever, so she comes up with the like most absurd titles.
She's like, I can make my title a whole sentence if I want to. She's Lana Del Rey, of course she can. No one's gonna judge her for that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's an interesting song because she's like talking to herself and giving herself advice, but like haters and bullying and fame, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I like the idea of that. Like, just giving yourself advice.
It's very peaceful, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like she's talking to herself in the mirror, and she's like, you know what? You've done good today.
Everyone does that. Everyone's got to do that.
Yeah.
I hope, because you're your own worst enemy, but you're also your own biggest fan.
Yeah, exactly. There's no biggest hype man unlike yourself. Like, it's just like...
Because if you're not happy, then you're really not happy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. It was very peaceful.
It was, very zen.
Very zen.
That's like a lot, like what most of this album is, very just calm and soothing.
I feel like it almost feels like being at the beach, because it's just like you're just kind of like floating and you're getting pushed around by the waves and you're just so calm.
Yeah.
It's just how it feels.
Perfect. That was perfect description.
Thank you.
That was good.
I'm so lyrical.
If nobody's listening to this album, that is exactly what it feels like to listen.
So if you like that, then you should listen.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
Then we've got Let the Light In.
Let the Light In.
Featuring Father John Misty. Oh my god, this is my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yes. So beautiful.
It is.
It's like, this song is just like warm to me. It's just like listening to it, I just want to like kick my feet.
Kicking your little feeties over this song.
I don't know. It's so like, feels like a hug. It's so beautiful. And like with Father John Misty, his voice is just like, with them like singing together, it's so beautiful, and it's like it just meshes so well. Yeah. And I was like this is my song on the album. I love it, and I'm never like not gonna love it. Yeah.
Gatekeep this song.
But it's like, I don't know. The meaning behind it is kind of sweet too, because she's like going back to this guy over and over again. She's like back at it again.
Oh yeah.
But it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt very nice to listen to. It was like sweet.
In conclusion, this is Mikayla's song. Lana Del Rey wrote it for Mikayla, and she's gatekeeping it, so nobody can take it away from her.
Nobody steal it from me.
No, but yeah, this song is beautiful. So yes,
it's wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful, amazing, and I love it. So yeah. What did you think about it?
I mean, it wasn't my favorite, like, it was yours, and I'm not gonna try to act like it's my song, because it's yours, and...
Alright, well, thanks.
And I respect that. Yeah. But I also thought it was beautiful. I, like you said, loved the blend. I thought they really, it was like, it wasn't a contrast, but it was like...
Yeah, I feel like you could still hear both of them if you wanted to focus on one person. But they, like, their voices just, like, went so well together, and it wasn't something I expected.
Yeah.
Just like, wow.
I love when that happens, because sometimes you'll get, like, a duet where it's, like, weird. Yeah. Where the two artists don't mix.
Either you can't hear, like, the individual people at all, or it's, like, too much of a contrast.
Where you're like, this sounds not good together.
You're like, wow, this sounds like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, and you're just like, ugh. Because some people, like, you could be singing the right note, but some people's, like, voices just don't blend together.
Yeah, it's just like, you know.
So I love to see that, because I was like, yes.
It was wonderful. Yeah. I loved every second of it.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Love it. Love, like, the message. It wasn't really a message, but it was just her talking about, love.
Because, I mean, it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
Finger snaps for Lana Del Rey on that song. Okay.
Then we got Margaret. Feet bleachers.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, when you know, you know.
You really do.
She, like, really, like, popped off with that one. Because I feel like it's, like, wow, when you know, you know.
Because you really do.
It's such a simple statement, but I feel like it needed to be said. And it's, like, some people need to hear that, because, it can apply to any situation whatsoever, but if your friend's, like, asking you for advice on something, for example, and you're like, you already have a pretty good gut feeling. Like, if you know, you know.
Oh, exactly.
And so it's just, like, you gotta follow your gut instead of your heart, because, you know.
You know.
It's just wonderful.
When you know, you know.
But.
Yeah.
I read that supposedly it was Lana's, like, song for Jack. And, like, Margaret is his fiance.
Oh, yeah, I think I might have read that, too, but I wasn't really sure.
So, well, it was because, I don't even know. I was a little confused. It said one thing about it being named after a Hollywood actress, but also it was, like, kind of her song for Jack. and like his fiance Margaret, and I was like, that's kind of sweet.
That's why what I read too.
You know, you're
confused.
a good producer when I don't know, when Lana makes a song for you, like appreciating you and everything. And apparently he's singing too.
Yeah. So because that's his like band, the Bleachers,
which I didn't know, but I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
when you
he's
know,
a nice
you know.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you know, you
and
know.
And Lana
guys.
knows that Jack Antonoff is a present. He's a gift.
She knows.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you know, you know, guys.
Yep.
Like,
just remember that.
I feel like it's such a simple thing that people forget a lot. So.
Yeah, I know.
But it was a very good song. I feel like it was also very, like, lovey and peaceful and soft. Just calm.
She does well with those types of songs where it's just, like... Because, like, I know when I drive sometimes I listen to Lana because I don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
So...
It's very calming. There's definitely some songs that I can't listen to when I'm driving, or else I might get the urge to swerve a little.
Yeah.
That was a joke, by the way.
It was a joke. It was joking.
Prank. Yeah. Don't harm yourself or other.
No, please don't. We do not promote that.
No. I'm just saying, sometimes they get me a little riled up, because some of her songs, just through the roof, crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, that one is just one that I feel like it's perfect for, like, warm weather and driving with the windows down. Just, like, wow.
This is, like, a great album for, like...
Just this whole album is so, like, spring, summer. And
she really said, happy spring, happy summer, enjoy this on your way to the beach.
It was like
with
her
the windows
gift
down.
to us.
Yeah.
Like, and it's also nice being able to, like, kind of see the difference between this and, like, her other albums. Because, like, just, like, she seems so much happier and, like, she's focusing on her family and her relationships and not being, like, super consumed.
Because you, like, if you, like, take this and then look at Norman Rockwell, they're two different Lanas going on.
Two different people.
Yeah.
There's, like, no comparison. It's a complete contrast.
Yeah.
It's, like, two different people, two different eras, like...
Two different emotions, two
that
different...
album
ideologies.
Ultraviolence, crazy.
Yeah.
Those are so different from this, and I feel like some people... I don't know, I saw some people, like, on TikTok and stuff talking about how they don't like this album as much, and I was just so shocked, and I feel like mostly it's because it's so different, and it's, like, a lot of her other songs were more relatable, because it's, like, just about love and her being, like, wrapped up in, like, somebody she shouldn't, but it's just, like, so beautiful, because it's, like, full circle. We kind of, like, got to watch her grow through her music. She just seems so happy, and she's engaged now.
I know. Like, did you see that one photo shoot where she was, like, just wearing, like, a white dress, and it was, like...
She was glowing.
I was gobsmacked over that.
I was like, she's so pretty.
She's so pretty.
And just, like, happiness looks so good on her.
Yes.
And I'm just so happy to see her.
I'm happy she's happy.
I know. It's just, like, she deserves it.
Yeah. Because she's been through a lot. You can hear them in her song. You can hear that,
even, like, just in this album alone. Crazy.
Mm.
Like, so sad.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's, like, calming knowing that she's doing well.
Yeah. Good for Lana Del Rey.
Good for Lana.
I love to see it.
Good for Lizzie.
Lizzie Grant.
Lizzie Grant. Then we've got Fishtail.
Fishtail.
Which was, like...
Like a braid.
Yeah. This one almost kind of, like, brought me back to, like, Ultraviolence days.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, You Wanted Me Sadder. And it reminded me of Black Beauty, because it's all, like, she makes herself sadder because the guy that she likes is all, like, depressed. And, you know, she, like, lets him drain her happiness. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that type of vibe, too. Like, there's some songs on here where I'm just like, this is old Lana. She like, popped in for a minute.
She's still there, but I feel like the other songs are showing her growth, and this is showing that, like, she's still the same person, but, like, she knows better now.
Yes.
Which is so important, and I love that for her.
Yeah, because she's showing she hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people are like, did she change? No.
Like, she hasn't changed her behavior. I feel like it's more like she changed what behavior she accepts from other people.
Like, her mindset.
Which is so important. So it's, like, good for her.
Only take things in that are positive for you.
Exactly. Don't let anybody tell you deserve otherwise.
Don't let that negative energy.
Put yourself first.
Yeah. Negative energy is no good.
This is like a self-talk podcast.
I feel like we always end up here with certain songs.
Yeah. But, like, you never know. Because, like, somebody who's listening to this, probably not, but, like, somebody who is, like, what if they're going through a rough time? They just need to be told that.
What if it's helpful?
And, like, it's a good reminder, because sometimes we need that reminder, too, and it's just, like, you know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. No negative energy allowed.
None.
No.
Positive vibes only.
Everyone needs a positive ambiance to be happy.
We don't say the vibe.
We don't say that word anymore.
No. We've outgrown it.
Yeah, we can't. We've come up with new vocab.
Positive energy only.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyways, next we have peppers.
Peppers. Oh.
It's such a popular one.
Yeah.
It's so different from the rest of the album because it's like kind of like the end of A&W.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I was like, what?
Yeah. Because it's it's like a whiplash a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She's like...
Because you go from fishtail to peppers.
That's true.
So it's like, whoa.
It's like, wow.
And then especially you have this album on shuffle. Like, imagine you were listening to
my
Paris,
gosh,
Texas,
like
and then Peppers came on.
Every song, you don't know what you're supposed to expect.
Yeah. No, but I like this song. I think it's like...
I thought it was very, like, upbeat and, like, I don't know.
Hands on my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I thought it was just very, like, exciting. So, you know. And then, to finish us off...
Taco Truck.
VB. And BB.
Which part 2 of Venice Bleep.
Yes, Venice Bleep, such a good song off of
Norman
NFR. Yeah.
Rockwell.
Which kind of like ties into what we were saying, because it's like, I don't know, kind of like connecting back to like history, and she's like,
I'm still here.
And she's like, sometimes this is still me, but like I'm doing better now.
Yeah.
And I love Taco Truck, because the beginning of it is just so like random and just like out of nowhere, and that's just like so her, because she doesn't care about what other people think, and I thought it was funny. And I don't know, I liked the beat when Venice Bleep comes in.
Yes.
Because the song originally is like more sad, and like even when it gets like, I don't know, more upbeat, it has a very slow like background. And the beat just made it so like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was a great touch, and it's almost like she just kind of went back and, like, you know.
Like, she, like, revamped it to, like, what the new
Exactly,
Lana
that's
would
the
do.
word, revamped. So good.
She's like, this is, like, the old me. The old me's still here, but this is how, like, the new me would have tackled
it's, like,
this.
Interesting, because she, like, kind of likes to do this thing, at least with this album, where, like, she'll fade into the beat and, like, into the, like, really, like, upbeat part from such a soft spot, like A&W, and kind of in Peppers, like when it fades into the song.
Yep.
And then Taco Truck is just like so like, I don't know, mellow.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, there's Venice Bleep, and it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. That's
no, because
really
when I heard it and I got like whiplash. I was like, oh my god.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't appreciate this album as much at first because you had to get used to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, the beat drops were just like, what? Wait.
And a lot of the, like, things sounded like they had the same ambiance.
Yeah.
It just sounded the same.
Ambiance,
Yeah,
yes.
ambiance, yeah.
But, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, shall we rate it?
We shall. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You should go first.
I think I'm going to get it an 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just loved it. I love her lyricism. I love her metaphors. I love the production. I love it. I eat that up.
It's wonderful.
Every time. But yeah, Lana for the win, always.
Why not a 9?
Because, see, here's the issue. 9 is very close to 10.
Oh, that's true.
So I have to be careful.
Give away points.
I have to be careful. Which I don't even know what is a 9. But, like, I have to be careful.
I feel like there needs to be a scale, like what's a 9, what's a 10, so we can compare it to those. I feel like my only 10 is like Reputation.
That's my only 10.
But
like, so I don't really know.
I feel like in comparison to those two, I would have to say like a 9.
Like
I'm very generous with my points.
I think I gave Midnight's a 9.
Oh.
Like that's I don't know.
Like an 8.5.
I'm trying to think.
Because in comparison to some of my other favorite albums, it's not really up there, at least not yet. It needs time to kind of like
Marinate.
Yep. That's scary. But yeah, it needs time to kind of like settle so that I can really appreciate it, because now it's just still kind of new to me.
Yeah.
But I would say 8.5 Spartan stars.
All right.
Because I really like it.
8.5 Spartan stars for both of us.
Yes.
Yes. We love Lana Del Rey.
We do.
If anyone's watching that knows her, let us know. She can
Or
be on the show.
Lizzie Grant herself.
Yeah, Lizzie Grant.
Just know that we love you a lot.
Yep.
Okay, so that's it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.